Alright, greetings everybody. Welcome to the Media Files. So today, we got ourselves a very small DVD update. But what can we say? It's involving two of my favorite actors. So we got basically a fun time hanging out with none other than Caine and Hanks. Yeah. So, what do we got between those two actors? Well, let's find out right now. Caine and Hanks update right here in the Media Files. Alright, welcome back. So, Caine and Hanks. Well, that only means two actors that I know with those names. Yep, we're talking about none other than Sir Michael Caine and good old Tom Hanks. Yeah. So, what do we got here? So, first movie we have here is a spy thriller starring Mr. Michael Caine. We got here from writer, what's his name? From writer Robert Ludlum. We've got here a spy thriller entitled The Hallcroft Covenant. Yeah. I have never seen this, and it looks like a good old 70s spy thriller film. And actually has a feature-length audio commentary by director John Frankenheimer. Alright, so that's a good starting point for me, because I love that director. If you have never seen Grand Prix, go check out that movie. That movie is freaking amazing. And then we have an 8-page booklet featuring trivia, production notes, and a revealing look at the making of the film. Yeah, this is kind of what they did in early DVD days. They didn't really actually have any bonus, making ofs back in the early days when all that stuff was just printed on your booklets. And then we have the original theatrical trailer. So yeah, there we go. And then also from Mr. Yeah. Alright, and then up next, we've got here movies co-starring Michael Caine. I believe this is the I cannot remember. This might be the yeah, this is the first film because they did a prequel to this movie. But here we have a film that is an astonishing true story. A battle film in the great tradition of the Four Feathers and Gunga Din, according to Time Magazine. So we have starring Stanley Baker from The Guns of Navarro, Jack Hawkins from Lawrence of Arabia, and of course Michael Caine in his first ever major motion picture role, as in this is his debut film. We've got Zulu. Yeah, there we go. So we have the theatrical trailer, and that's basically it. So English is in mono because that's kind of how it was. But yeah, definitely. What can we say? This will be interesting, seeing Michael Caine's motion picture film debut. So yeah, there we go. Alrighty, and then finally, Mr. Hanks has entered the arena. So this is one of his later films, and funny thing is, I think this is one of those releases that got put out at Walmart, because I have another film that's very similar to this, but the thing is, I think technically that is a Chinese bootleg, and I think so is this, because this movie was originally released on Apple TV roughly about 5 years ago in 2001. And it looked good. It looked very interesting, like a very interesting sort of sci-fi based film. Basically, it's one of those movies where, you don't really expect Tom Hanks to actually do a post-apocalyptic type of movie. But here we have films in him entitled Finch. Yeah. Now, there's no bonus material on here because, like I said, it looks... I mean, it's a Region 1 released by Lionsgate, but I don't know. I will have to pop this in and see what this actually is, because I do own the movie Greyhound. And I found that at Walmart, of all places. And the reason why I think that this might also be a bootleg is because the version that I have is technically, it's actually a Chinese edition. And the subtitles are a little off. Like, they're off-centered, and they're not quite right. They don't sync up properly. And it's just a little off. Just by a little bit when it comes to the subtitles and stuff. But, yeah, so we'll have to see what that is like. But, you know, if we could actually get full actual releases of stuff that's on streaming, that would be great. But we know that's probably going to go next. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, you know, three movies, you know, just a small little update here. I mean, I found all these at Goodwill. So, you know, can't go wrong with Goodwill. I mean, they sometimes you just don't know what you're going to find there. You just don't. Sometimes you can hit the jackpot. Sometimes you just may find one or two things there. But you just never know, like I said, what you're going to find. Alrighty, well, that does it for me for now for this tiny little update, guys. So with that, like, subscribe, hit that notification button, leave a comment down below. I'll post links for all of these on Amazon, assuming Finch is available to actually purchase on Amazon. I know the other two definitely will be, but I don't know about Finch. Otherwise, you may have to try Walmart or, like I said, search around your local thrift stores and see what you can find. So with that, see you later.